whatever we want to do. Later we will look how we can do or what we can do the link which is connecting from one switch to another switch. So I will write enable config T, then we will write the host name SW1, and after that what we will do, we will create the VLAN. How many VLAN we have? In our whole network we have only two VLAN. We have VLAN 10 and VLAN 20. So what I can do here, I can write VLAN 10, give space, I will write to name, and I can give name. What name we plan? We plan HR. After that I will give VLAN 20 and name. What name we plan? We plan IT. So I give that one. So I created two VLAN here, VLAN 10 and VLAN 20, that is HR and IT. So now our configuration is okay, and we need to remember, we need to put the interface. So if you see here, F0 by 2, F0 by 3, these two interface we need to put in the VLAN 10. So in our previous class what we done, if you have the interface are in the sequence, then you will write interface range F0 by 2-3. This way we can select these two multiple interface. If you see, this is F0 by 2 and this is F0 by 3. So I want to select these two interface, they are in the same sequence. So I will write interface range F0 by 2-3. After that we will write switch port mode axis, and then I can write here switch port axis. Which VLAN? We are using VLAN 10. So I will write VLAN 10. Now same switch is having more two interface. If you see, this is F0 by 4. You can see here this one is written F0 by 4, and you have another one, this is F0 by 5. So you can go to the notepad and you can write here interface range F0 by 4-5. We can write like this. We are selecting the multiple interface. After that we can write here switch port mode axis, and then switch port axis. Which VLAN? We have VLAN 20. So I will write VLAN 20. This belongs to VLAN 20. This is a switch 1 configuration. And I can copy and paste, and we will check if we have any typing error or anything. I will copy, I will go to the switch, I will paste here. If you see, I pasted, everything is okay, no error, nothing, each and everything is good here. Now what we will do, we will do the configuration for the second switch. So here I can do for the second switch. So same thing similar we have, you can go here and you can write here SW2, okay, SW2 configuration here, and we can write enable config T host name SW2, and you can write interface. What is the interface we have here? Same thing, you have here F0 by 3 and F0 by 2. So F0 by 2-3 we can say interface F0 by 2-3. Okay, F0 by 2-3 we wrote here. We selected this two interface, F0 by this one, F0 by 2, and this one is 3. So now we can select this two interface, and after that switch port mode axis, and then we can write switch port axis. Which VLAN? This belongs to VLAN 10. Okay, it is clear, right? This is simple, not that much tough. Just I am putting the port. We already put the VLAN, now we are putting the port. And here don't forget to create the VLAN. I forget here to create the VLAN, so we need to create VLAN also. So I will write VLAN 10 belongs to HR and VLAN 20 belongs to IT. Okay, so we need to create the VLAN also. I created VLAN, and these two interface we put in the VLAN 10. We need to put remaining two interface in the VLAN 20. If you see F0 by 5 and this is F0 by 4, so we can write here interface F0 by, I can copy this one and I can paste here, and we can modify F0 by 4 and 5, and this should be 20. Let me check here. This one is F0 by 4 and this one is F0 by 5, and we can put in the VLAN 20. So that's all. This is the configuration. Now I can copy and I can paste here. Let me paste here, and then after that we will check. So if I paste here, you can see I pasted. So some error, like let me check, F0/2-3. I forget to write here range. We need to write range here. So here if you see, because if you are selecting the multiple interface, we need to write here range. So I will write here range, and here also I will write range. Okay, we need to write this one. We forget, that's why we are getting this error. I will copy and then I will go here and we are going to paste here. So now if you see, it is working perfectly now. And you can check also, you can write show VLAN brief. If you write you are inside the switch 2, if you see we are inside the switch 2, and when we write show VLAN brief, you can see we have the VLAN 10 HR, VLAN 20 IT, and these two ports are in the VLAN 10 and these two ports are in the VLAN 20 as per our design. And same thing you can check here also for the first floor switch. Like I can press Ctrl Z and I can write show VLAN brief, and you can see here we have the VLAN 10 and VLAN 20. F0/2, F0/3 belongs to VLAN 10, and F0/4, F0/5 belongs to VLAN 20. So this is okay. Now we need to understand, if you say okay, here you can try to ping. This one is our PC, we can assign the IP, we did not assign, so let me assign the IP and we can test. You need to remember these two ports we put in the VLAN 20, these two ports we put in the VLAN 10, and same thing here, these two ports belongs to VLAN 10, these two ports belongs to VLAN 20. But here the cable coming from switch 1 to switch 2, we did not do anything. If you did not do anything, by default this will be in the VLAN 1. If you see here, by default which port we are using F0/1. So if you see, this is F0/1. By default it will be in the VLAN 1. So if these ports are in the VLAN 1, then he is going to carry only VLAN 1 traffic. Whatever we put this port in which VLAN, he is going to carry that VLAN traffic. So we did not put anything. By default this port is in the VLAN 1. By default these ports are in the VLAN 1, so he is going to carry VLAN 1 traffic only. But we want to send some data from VLAN 20 PC3 here to VLAN 20 PC7 here. So how we can send? We need to do something here. So we are going to learn what we need to do, how we can send that one. But before going to that one, let me put the label here, whatever the IP schema we are going to use here. We are using 10.1 here. So I will copy, I will assign the IP to the computer. I will go here and I will put here also the label. I will put 10.2. I will copy, I will go inside the computer and I will assign here. Okay, this is 10.2.